Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for the Study Abroad in Korea and Japan Global Learning Opportunities session. My name is Robert Rodriguez, and I'm one of the International Program Counselors for our office here at the IEO. This webinar has been pre-recorded and will be available with captioning in the on-demand section of our website. We have muted all participant audio connections to limit background noise. There will be a Q&A session at the end of this presentation. Please use the Q&A function to type questions as you have them. Please type each question once. Questions will be visible to participants once answered. Again, welcome to the Study Abroad info session for Korea and Japan programs. At the UCLA International Office, we're the one-stop shop for all things study abroad. At our office, we can connect you with advisors, coordinators, and also recent UCLA study abroad returnees, students that have recently participated in study abroad programs that can share their experience abroad and also even share, for example, how they spent their free time, what the classroom structure was like, and so on. And to learn more about this session and other global learning opportunities sessions, webinars, please visit our website at io.ucla/glow. Here's a quick snapshot of what this presentation will cover. Some refreshers that you will be familiar with if you watched our 101 session. We'll highlight some sample programs, funding options, steps to apply, and our contact info and Q&A session at the end. Refresher from Study Abroad 101. In 101, we covered program types, credit transfer process, the cost, application process, and our 101 session is also on our GLOW website. So you'll have access to view this information at any moment you please on our YouTube channel. Now, first things is to renew your passport or apply for a passport if you do not have one. And on our website, you will find the program types. You can figure out what's available and what course requirements you can fulfill abroad. For example, GE requirements, major minor requirements, language requirements, electives, pretty much everything that's required for your degree can be fulfilled overseas. There are different term options: fall, summer, spring, and year-long programs. To learn more, please check our Get Started section of our application, which is a guide to help you select the best program based on the requirements you're looking to fulfill and location you have in mind. So these are the program types. We have travel study, and global internships, and UCEP. Travel study and global internships are summer-only programs. UCEP is summer, fall, spring, and year-long option. UCEP will allow students to remain a UCLA student while abroad. So your status as a UCLA student will not change while overseas. Opportunities consist of satisfying GEs, major requirements, minor requirements. There are internships available, research opportunities. You can fulfill your language requirement abroad as well. The eligibility requirements for each UCEP program will vary, consisting of GPA and class level. As long as you maintain eligibility, meet future deadlines, you should be going abroad. There's no UCEP application fee. Spots are given on a first-come, first-served basis for most programs. The deadlines will vary. So now we'll begin highlighting programs in Korea. So here you see a snapshot of Korea University, Seoul National, and Yonsei University. And you notice that the very last bullet point will highlight a brand new program in Korea, specifically at the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. So this new option will offer a fall and spring semester. Notice I said semester, so all the options in Korea are on the semester system. We do not have quarter system programs in Korea. The only program that is not semester is the summer opportunity at Yonsei University. So at each, if you notice in each individual box, you will notice that each box will have its own sets of eligibility requirements. For example, if you look at the first box, which is for Korea University, the minimum GPA to be eligible for this program is a 2.5. And the class level starting at sophomore, junior, and senior, and then GR for grad student. The same thing, the same structure will be set up for Seoul National and Yonsei, where you will notice the minimum GPA and class level and what terms are available. All programs are taught in English. So language barrier should not be much of a concern at all. The only time a program is not taught in English is when you're taking a language program. And taking language courses in Korea is a possibility. So there is a possibility of taking language courses during your UC-EAP program. And again, so these programs are on semester. Most terms are on semester, so you will take a minimum of 4 classes to maintain a full-time status. And you will be able to basically pick the classes you would like to take, whether it be, 2 for your major, or 2 GEs, or 2 GEs, 2 elective, or any combination. So as I mentioned, class level. So the programs in Korea is, for example, will require sophomore, right? So this is what the undergraduate student class levels consist of. So it's a range of units. So the total number of units you accumulate will obviously determine your eligibility for the program. And please make sure to read the eligibility requirements tab when you click on one of the boxes for Korea programs. So for example, a program may say, please make sure to have at least 2 to 3 UC quarters completed at the time that you apply. So very few programs will have a requirement like that. Others will be very straightforward as long as you have the eligibility requirements met by the time of departure, you can apply. So it's very important to read very thoroughly the eligibility requirements and other program information that's available on the website. And when you click on any of these boxes, in addition to the eligibility requirements, you'll be able to learn about what the housing structure is like, the academic culture, what that's like, and also the estimated cost that's also will be listed for each type of program. So please take the time to read through these programs very thoroughly, so that way you know which one of these programs will be the best fit based on the academic goals you have in mind. So for programs in Japan, we have several. There you see a list of host universities that will provide study abroad opportunities for UC-EAP UCLA students. So you see there Doshisha University, Keio University, International Christian University, Waseda. Again, the look of the program page is similar to what the Korea programs look like. So each program in Japan will have its own individual program page, which again will consist of a minimum GPA and class level, and you'll notice experience type. Experience type basically means, exactly just that. If you're looking for language experience, then you look at that box and it tells you exactly what type of experience it will provide. Japan is very popular, and many programs in Japan have a limited number of spots. For example, the International Christian University, which is only offered in the fall and spring quarter, and it actually is the only quarter program as well. So please keep that in mind. While all other programs in Japan that are offered during the academic year are on semester, but ICU is the only quarter program. So again, back to the limited space comment, the if ICU is limited to 8 spots, so that means that the first 8 complete applications can secure a spot. So complete application means that you must submit the UCEAP online application and the questionnaire, which is linked within the UCEAP application. The questionnaire applies to all programs because each application will require it. So please make sure to submit that. Many students miss it. And if you miss it, then your application will remain incomplete. So back to the Japan program options. So we have fall, spring, year-long, and summer options. Some programs will offer all terms. Some will offer maybe just one. For example, you see the Japanese in Osaka program there it's a summer-only program. So please make sure to view these key details when planning your study abroad experience and career in Japan. That way you know exactly what terms are available, and you know what the eligibility requirements will consist of, and also what universities, host universities are available. Sometimes students will ask which one is the most popular program or what's the best program. It's really not about what's most popular, it's really about what program offers exactly what you're looking for. It may be, for example, maybe you're interested in, in the STEM engineering program. So Japan does have a couple of summer STEM programs available that are very limited, offer limited spots. So please make sure to look at our website before we open registration in November, so that we become familiar with our offerings, become familiar with, the type of programs that are available. That way you can apply right away without having to miss out on securing a spot. Some students look to be abroad, as long as they can. For example, we have year-long programs. WASEDA is a very popular year-long program. So again, most of these programs are limited in space, and this is a very popular destination. So please make sure to take a look at these programs well before registration opens on November the 1st. And then when it comes to putting together your study list, the UCEAP course catalog has a list of courses that you can look over. So you can start your search by, typing in the country, the program, host university, subject area. So in this example, I selected ICU and I selected econ as the subject area. And then it will give you a list of econ courses that will be available at ICU. So if you're looking to fulfill econ major requirements, then this is a tool that you will use. So basically any major that you have assigned yourself to will be available here. So what you will do is take the course information from this page and share it with your econ department for review and pre-approval. So the same thing with the Korea programs. You will go to this course catalog and type in the country, type in the program and the subject area in order to view what course options are available. There are several subject areas. Pretty much everything is available that you will find on this resource here. You will find poli-sci courses, sociology, psychology, communications, basically everything that you will need will be found here in this catalog. So please make sure to take a look at this because again, not every program will have every subject area. So you may have a specific host university in mind, but it may not have the courses that you need. So that's why, by doing research and, reaching out to our office for assistance, and becoming familiar with the website will be ideal in order to find the right fit for you. Then we have the Global Internship Program. Again, this is a summer-only program. So the internship program will offer an internship that is unpaid but you will earn UC credit for that. It was 8 weeks in country, 10 weeks of online courses. Registration you can expect to open late October through December to early December. A $300 deposit is required to secure your space in the program. The Global Internship Program is one of the youngest programs that we have. Is brand new. It's only like a few years old, but it's growing fast. And the word is out. Everyone knows of this program. So again, spots can be limited. So if this is something that you're interested in, specifically for engineering majors, this is a summer opportunity that can definitely give you some valuable experience. So again, take some time to check out our website to learn more about the Global Internship Program, and you can learn about other destinations and other details related to the program. Then we have the UCLA Travel Study Program. This is also a summer only program. So thing about travel study is that everything is basically prearranged. So you'll know in advance what courses you will be taking. And this is also a faculty-led program. So that means that a UCLA professor will travel with you while the program is in progress. So the professor will teach class abroad, might be at a hotel or a local college or a local destination, will lead excursions as well. And the coursework, as you see there, that's been prearranged, is already set up to automatically transfer to UCLA and automatically fulfill any requirements that you can use this coursework for. So, for example, it can be applied towards the diversity requirement for the College of Letters and Science. So again, when you have a moment, please visit our website so that way you can become familiar with any updates or for each type of program that's available. And you can also confirm deadlines and also access the registration form when it's time to apply. Faculty-led, so predetermined courses, course factor into GPA and full requirements just as you were on campus. Registration opens for travel study November the 16th. And again, program length range from 3 to 6 weeks. Financial aid refresher. So for all three of these study abroad options, UCEAP, travel study, and global internship, you can apply financial aid for each of those programs. So again, we will soon have webinars that from financial aid that will highlight when it will work. So that's yet to come. So please check our website for updates. So eligible students that can use their financial aid to cover study abroad program costs, including, as I mentioned, travel study and global internship. So travel study and global internship will require a separate financial aid application, a summer financial aid application. So when you apply, you will receive reminders from our office regarding this financial aid application. UCEAP programs will not require a separate financial aid application. The UCEAP programs, including the summer options, will only require the FAFSA. So again, this should be familiar to you based from the 101 session that you may have watched. So again, keep that in mind, make note of that because it's very important. And also we have several scholarship offerings listed on our website, the UCEAP website. Scholarship rewards range from anywhere from $500 to $5,000. So some of these scholarships are available, for example, the Gilman Scholarship, Diversity Abroad Scholarships. There's something for everyone. There's merit-based scholarships, financial need-based scholarships. Veterans can also apply veterans benefits to a study abroad program. To learn more about that process, you will find there on my right an email address, VA benefit at registrar.ucla.edu, to learn more about how you can apply veteran benefits to pay for a study abroad program, which is very much a possibility, and veterans have done it in the past. While abroad, you're earning UC credit, and that credit transfers back to UCLA. So you're not taking obviously a vacation or anything like that. You're abroad, earning UC credit that will count towards your UCLA degree. Now we'll highlight steps to apply. An info session, step one, which what you're doing now. You've learned about the different programs that are available in Korea and Japan, and where you can find information about each program, and also the eligibility requirements. And you also know that what programs have a limited number of spots, and therefore you start your research early. And that way, well, by the time UCEP programs open in early November, you can start applying. Research what programs are a match for you. As I mentioned earlier, there isn't a best program or the most popular. Go for what offers exactly what you're looking for. If you want a program for the summer, then we have summer options, so you can filter out programs based on that, based on the term. So again, do your research early, and especially now that you know when you can expect the registration to open for each type of program. See what financial aid and scholarships are open to you. So again, there's financial aid for those who are eligible for financial aid, and there's scholarships for a financial need base, merit base. There's something for everyone. So please take the time to review different scholarship opportunities, and the deadlines will vary. So please make sure to mark your calendars and make note of these deadlines. Plan your summer abroad with IEO and department advisors. So that doesn't have to be just summer. It could be fall, spring, year-long options. If you're not sure where you want to go or which program is the best fit or what term will be ideal, then let us know. Reach out to us and we can help you figure that out. And then lastly, complete the online application. So as you notice, the travel study and global internship programs require a $300 deposit to secure a spot. The UCEP application does not require a payment, but you must submit a complete application. And I really want to highlight the questionnaire, because many students miss the questionnaire and the application just sits there incomplete. So please make sure to submit a complete application. That way you increase your chances of securing a spot in any of these programs. So where do you apply? There's the link. Very straightforward. Eligibility criteria, as I mentioned, varies by program. Competitive, majority of the programs are not selective. Each program will have its own individual registration form. So again, please take a look at these links. You can access all of this on our website, and as we move along, you'll be able to see where you can go access our general study abroad website. Again, first come, first serve, competitive or selective, or global internship. Make sure to have, because it's an internship program, make sure to have an updated resume, cover letter. Some programs will require that. You will be able to access that information on the website when you're reading about the program and learning about it. So again, because it is an internship program, you will be assigned an internship, and you will be assigned an internship well before the program starts, so you will know exactly what you will be doing before the program begins. So again, please type your questions in the Q&A section, section, and then we'll answer questions as they come in. Don't forget to sign up to receive study abroad program updates and communications by clicking the QR code there. It's a great way to stay updated with scholarship opportunities, when registration opens, and also all other study abroad related information, including events all over campus that we have throughout the year, especially in the fall. So the fall, you will see many events, and throughout the rest of the year as well. Please make sure to follow us on our social media platforms. It's a great way to see announcements, and also a great way to see pictures from recent UCLA Study Abroad participants. You'll be able to see pictures, videos, which is a great way to catch a visual and look at where you can potentially be when viewing these awesome photos and videos from our students. And if you have any questions, you will see our email there, info@ieo.uc.edu, and also on our right, our virtual advising, our drop-in advising. You can go into the virtual advising session and on the spot discuss any questions you have about study abroad with our front desk coordinator. And you can also schedule an appointment for you to meet with an advisor.